$10 million. That's how much McDonald's had to pay because they wouldn't tell vegetarians about one tiny ingredient in their fries. Oh, and the Halloween Whopper from Burger King. Everything seemed normal until the next day, when thousands of customers started posting about their mysteriously green color poop. Burger King had some explaining to do. And that's just the beginning of the fast food industry's biggest fails. Here are the top 10 biggest fast food fails that had customers saying, "I'm not loving it." Let's start with a facepalm moment from our friends at Krispy Kreme. Back in 2015, a UK store thought it'd be fun to start a donut decorating club. Sounds innocent enough, right? Well, they called it Krispy Kreme Club and advertised it as, wait for it, KKK Wednesday. Yeah, you heard that right. Someone actually approved marketing materials with KKK plastered all over them. When customers pointed out that maybe, just maybe, sharing an abbreviation with a hate group wasn't the best marketing strategy, the store quickly pulled the plug. The company apologized, calling it a completely unintentional oversight. Oversight or not, this is one for the history books. Remember when Burger King tried to make French fries healthy? In 2013, after 10 years of development, yes, really 10 years, they proudly unveiled Satisfries. These crinkle-cut potatoes were supposed to be the future, 20% fewer calories than McDonald's fries. But they were more expensive and had more calories than a regular order of McDonald's fries. Some customers even nicknamed them the Saddest Fries. Less than a year later, most Burger King locations had dropped them. Only 2,500 out of 7,400 restaurants decided to keep them. The lesson? Maybe don't mess with a classic. When people want fries, they want fries, not a healthier version that costs more. Before we move on to the rest of the video, could we ask you for a small favor? If you're enjoying the content, could you take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel? It costs you absolutely nothing, but it is a really huge help to us. Thanks. Next up is Papa John's, or rather, Papa John himself. In 2017, founder John Schnatter blamed slow pizza sales on NFL players kneeling during the national anthem. But wait, it gets worse. During a media training call designed to help him avoid PR disasters, he dropped a racial slur. The result? Papa got kicked out of Papa John's. He resigned as chairman, and the company had to distance itself from its own founder. The company's stock fell 25% after these incidents, proving that sometimes the biggest threat to a business isn't competition, it's their own leadership. It's 1984, and McDonald's has this brilliant idea for the Olympics. Their promotion? Win medals, America, and everyone gets free food. Gold medals meant free Big Macs, silver got you fries, and bronze earned you a Coke. There was just one tiny detail they didn't consider. The Soviet Union boycotted the games. Without their biggest competition, Team USA absolutely dominated, winning 174 medals. McDonald's restaurants started running out of Big Macs. Some locations literally couldn't keep up with all the free food they had to give away. The cost? McDonald's has never revealed the exact number, but the New York Times called it mind-boggling. It's probably the only time McDonald's wasn't cheering for Team USA to win gold. In 2013, Long John Silver's decided to create what became known as the worst restaurant meal in America. Their Big Catch meal packed a whopping 33 grams of trans fat. That's 16 times what you should eat in a day. To put that into perspective, you'd need to eat fast food for 2 weeks to normally get that much trans fat. The Center for Science and the Public Interest called it a heart attack on a hook. And the fish? Turns out it wasn't even as big as advertised. They claimed 7 to 8 ounces of pure haddock, but it was actually 4.5 ounces of fish and 3 ounces of batter. The backlash was so bad, they had to completely change their frying oil by the end of the year. 2011 was the year Taco Bell had to answer the age-old question, where's the beef? A lawsuit claimed their beef was only 35% actual meat. Not a great look for a company selling, beef products. Taco Bell fired back with a massive PR campaign revealing their secret recipe. Turns out their beef is 88% meat, with the rest being, well, a bunch of stuff you probably can't pronounce. They spent millions defending their meat's honor, but the mystery meat reputation stuck. In the age of clean eating, having 12% of your beef be non-beef isn't exactly a selling point. The lawsuit was eventually dropped, but the damage was done. Sometimes answering the question, what's in your food, isn't always the best PR strategy. In 2015, Burger King released a spooky black bun Whopper for Halloween. Cool idea, right? Well, wait for the plot twist. The burger didn't just look different going in, it came out different too. Customers started reporting something unusual: bright green poop. Yes, you heard that right. The food dye used in the buns was turning people's waste green. Hashtag green poop started trending on Twitter, because of course it did. And the worst part? Burger King didn't warn anyone about this colorful side effect. While technically harmless, imagine the shock of that surprise Halloween trick. The burger vanished faster than a ghost, never to return again. Though some say on quiet nights, you can still hear the tweets of horrified customers. For years, McDonald's quietly added beef flavoring to their fries. The problem? They switched from beef tallow to vegetable oil in 1990, telling everyone their fries were vegetarian-friendly. Plot twist? They weren't. And this wasn't just a tiny mistake. We're talking about one of their most popular menu items. In India, where cows are sacred, McDonald's makes their fries completely vegetarian. But in America, they kept that beefy secret under wraps. When Hindu customers found out, they were understandably upset. I mean, imagine thinking you're eating vegetarian food for years, only to discover it's been secretly beef-flavored. 3 vegetarians sued when they discovered the truth. And McDonald's defense? They never actually claimed their fries were vegetarian. Bold strategy. Let's see how that worked out for them. They ended up paying $10 million to Hindu and vegetarian groups. But here's the thing, they still use beef flavoring in US locations today. Only now, if you ask, they'll tell you straight up, yes, there's beef in those fries. Their spokesperson even said, "We have no plans to change the way we prepare our French fries in the US." And the company actually adds the beef flavoring during the potato processing stage. So by the time those potatoes hit the restaurant's vegetable oil, they're already beef flavored. The lesson? Maybe read the ingredients list before declaring something vegetarian friendly. Or better yet, just be upfront about what's in your food. In 2014, an undercover investigation in China revealed something that would make your stomach turn. And I mean literally turn. A supplier, Shanghai Husi Food Co., was caught changing expiration dates on meat. But this wasn't just any supplier. This was an American-owned company supplying major chains. The undercover footage was like something out of a horror movie. Workers were filmed picking up meat from the factory floor and repackaging it. They were changing expiration dates on meat that was already past its prime. And where was this meat headed? That's right, straight to McDonald's and KFC restaurants across China. The story broke on Dragon TV. KFC's parent company, Yum Brands, immediately dropped the supplier. McDonald's, they played it a bit differently. They switched suppliers but kept using the same company's different plant. Because apparently, one contaminated facility wasn't enough to break up this relationship. The impact was massive. KFC, which has more than 4,000 outlets in China, took the biggest hit. Their sales plunged 37% the following month. Remember, this is in a country where KFC was planning to open 700 new stores that year. The company that owned the plant, OSI Group from Illinois, probably wished they'd installed better security cameras. And it didn't just affect their bottom line. It shook consumer confidence in American fast food chains across Asia. Turns out people don't appreciate mystery meat with a side of food poisoning risk. The best one, but you've probably heard this one, the woman who sued McDonald's over hot coffee. Everyone's favorite example of a frivolous lawsuit, right? Meet Stella Liebeck, a 79-year-old woman who just wanted her morning coffee. In 1992, she ordered a 49-cent cup of coffee from a McDonald's drive-thru in Albuquerque. Her grandson parked the car so she could add cream and sugar. What happened next would change fast food history. The coffee, served at a scalding 180 to 190 degrees Fahrenheit, spilled into her lap. Now, this wasn't just a minor burn. We're talking third-degree burns on 6% of her body. She spent 8 days in the hospital getting skin grafts, lost 20% of her body weight, and needed care for 3 weeks after that. Liebeck only wanted $20,000 to cover her medical bills. That's it, just enough to cover her expenses. McDonald's response? They offered her a humorous amount of $800. That's right, $800 for third-degree burns. During the trial, it came out that McDonald's had received over 700 previous complaints about their super hot coffee. 700! And they knew their coffee could cause third-degree burns in just 3 to 7 seconds. Yet they kept serving it at temperatures that could melt your face off. The jury wasn't impressed. They found McDonald's 80% responsible and awarded Liebeck $2.7 million in punitive damages. That was later reduced to $640,000, and they eventually settled for an undisclosed amount. The aftermath? This case became the poster child for frivolous lawsuits. ABC News called it the poster child of excessive lawsuits. But now you know, there was nothing frivolous about third-degree burns and skin grafts. McDonald's did eventually lower their coffee temperature by a whole 10 degrees. Thanks for taking one for the team, Stella. Have any memorable brand transformations you'd love to see us cover? Let us know in the comments. And while you're here, don't miss our other Tastyversum videos packed with intriguing food stories. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned.